HOA called 911 on me for fishing, but I own the lake and had them escorted off my land. Update 4. Ruby's response was to accuse the sheriff of being incompetent and threatened to call the state police, because clearly there was a conspiracy to protect me. That's when Ruby really went off the rails. She pulled out her phone and started making calls right there in my driveway, first to the county sheriff's office demanding to speak to Sheriff Bradley's supervisor, then to what sounded like a local news station claiming that police won't protect citizens from an unstable man who's threatening families. Finally she called someone she claimed was a lawyer, speaking loudly enough for all of us to hear about filing lawsuits for police misconduct and failure to protect the community. The transformation in Ruby's behavior was startling. What had started as misguided community protection had become something much more desperate and unhinged. She was making wild accusations threatening legal action against law enforcement, and creating increasingly dramatic narratives about the danger I supposedly posed. Sheriff Bradley watched this performance with growing concern, and I could see him making notes about her behavior. This wasn't just a property dispute anymore. Ruby was demonstrating that she might have some serious issues with accepting reality. After Ruby finished her phone calls and stormed off with her entourage, Sheriff Bradley stayed behind to talk to me privately. Mr. Clark, I want you to know that your documentation checks out completely. You own this property including the lake, but I also want you to know that she's created an official complaint, which means I have to follow proper procedures. He paused, looking tired. My advice: document everything she does from now on. Keep records of every interaction, every threat, every false claim. Something tells me this isn't over. When Ruby threatened to take this to the media if police wouldn't act, I realized she was about to give me the perfect opportunity. She wanted a public forum. I'd give her one she'd never forget. Monday of the following week brought an escalation that even I hadn't expected. A local news van pulled up to the Willowbrook Estates common area at 9 a.m. sharp, followed by Ruby's silver Honda Civic. She had apparently spent the weekend organizing what she was calling a press conference to expose the failure of local law enforcement to protect citizens. Watching from my kitchen window, I could see her directing the camera crew to set up facing my house, positioning herself as the brave community leader speaking out against injustice. Ruby had dressed for the occasion in what appeared